So lots on our plate, lots going on. There's also one more bit of very exciting news about I'm a Survivor, but I'm not going to be the one to share it with you. I'm going to have to save that for a later video. And I think that all of this puzzle will come together once you figure out what is about to happen with the other property. It's exciting stuff, y'all. It's exciting stuff. Nothing to worry about. It's all exciting. Well, good morning, folks. It's barely 6:30, and the sounds of children laughing and playing with puppies can be heard all across Longhorn Lester's. Oh. That would be a little kid riding a scooter all across Longhorn Lester's. Good morning, sunshine. I got you on video.
Why don't you have coffee?
I'm like at 6:30 and there's sounds of children all across Longhorn Lester's.
That we're not used to at 6:30. Our children don't get up at this hour.
Our children are little puppies, and they get up when we...
When Lex is here, he goes to bed at this time.
Yeah.
He's not up and running around.
This is where we pretty much all hung out until I just could not take it any longer last night. This worked out really nice. It was really great. We got the mosquito stuff set up. You hear all this? My Lord, these kids are loud. Today I'm going to talk to y'all about something very serious. You can ignore the sounds in the background. We need to have a really long, serious talk this morning. There's going to be some changes to the animals here at Longhorn Lester's. We're going to do a little shifting, and for a very good reason. The very good reason I'm not going to disclose to you just yet. And there's a good reason I don't want to disclose it to you yet. But that will come with time. But I'm going to walk out with you, and we're going to talk a little bit about some animals that are going to be shifting around. And I just want you to know that for everyone who's involved, we've had the discussions multiple times. We don't know exactly sure how it's all going to work out, but we're going to think more on it, and at some point we'll begin putting some of this into action. But give me a couple of minutes to say hi to the family, and then we will walk out in a bit and talk a little bit about some things that are going to happen. It's going to be an important video, my friends. Don't leave me just yet. Let me have a chance to tell you about some things that are happening. And then I would love your input. We always encourage input. It's nice to know that we can have respectful conversations. We may not always agree. And at the end of the day, we may still have to do things that we think that we may have to do. Good morning. Come on over here. You enjoying yourself?
Yeah, so.
Didn't have bad dreams last night? No coyote come and got you? And
Coyotes can't even come to the fences.
Coyotes can't come to the fence, and you're safe from Carl.
Oh, yeah, because...
I'll be right back with you. So Jamie says that something came up overnight and ate all of her watermelon. So the dogs were barking pretty bad. We have seen, well, sorry to say this, but our dogs have actually killed quite a few possums.
They're in the corner. That's gone.
And so it could be a possum.
Doesn't look. This is something that's been in here.
But to have eaten it like that, that wouldn't be an insect?
That's an insect, but it's not
Jamie,
that's not an
already.
insect.
This place is full of insects. Where's your ladybugs at? Look at, oh my gosh, Pugsley, seriously? He was going to come and jump right in.
Like, what are we doing? What are we looking at?
He's going to jump right in and start digging.
Look, my cucumbers.
Hi, Mason. Good morning.
Are coming up.
All right, we're going to have a long talk in this video, my friends, and we're going to go hit. There's your Pugsley.
Pugsley.
And that might be who's eating all your plants.
No. Get down.
So what I was saying was, before it gets too hot, we're going to make a couple of moves. And you all know that I'm about to finish the fencing behind Jake's, the pasture my dad set aside for him to have a pasture on. And so I'm about to finish that fencing, and whenever that's done, we'll be moving Moo, Annabelle, and Santoro over to Jake's pasture. And that will open up my pastures. When that's done, we're going to be bringing Bucky's and Voodoo over here. We'll be bringing our horses over here, so all of our horses will be here. We'll leave the donkeys over there. We will be taking Charlie and Susan over there, along with Gracie and Pearl. So there's going to be quite a bit of shifting going on. And once Gracie and Pearl are over there, then we'll be able to let Jolene and Waylon into the back pasture. That back pasture is 11 acres. It's plenty of space to run the animals that we're going to run. There's 3 natural water sources and ponds, and there's also a watering trough. We've never let the big birds run out back, but I'm going to go ahead and do that because this over here was sort of an experiment of how they get along with the cows. And if they can do it over here, I can promise you they'll be fine over there. These birds do not have a problem running with cows or horses. So Charlie and Susan will be moving to I'm a Survivor. That means I'll be able to take Tat once he begins to start getting more, more Carl-like into his little side pasture where he's going to have to be because he can't be trusted over here. And we'll figure out how we're going to maneuver Wanda and Tina. But Charlie and Susan will be making a move, along with Pearl and Gracie. And then we'll be moving some horses over to here. Our biggest concern with moving horses over here is not Voodoo. He'll be fine. But Bucky's. Bucky's has a vision issue. And I hope that Bucky's will feel comfortable enough to be able to roam the pastures without getting a little too close to that area over there. That's the spot that I think he could trip up and fall. Now, granted, there's plenty of spots that I'm a Survivor, holes that cows have dug and whatnot where he could trip and fall. But him only having one eye, he has to be more careful and cautious. But that'll be a good move for us. But lots of changes happening. And so if you're going to be upset about the fact that we're moving a few animals that were rescues here to Longhorn Lester's, we're going to do this in the interest of the animals and what's in the best interest of us who take care of the... Ouchie! That really did hurt. I'm just trying to sit here and talk, and I want to talk in peace. I hope that you know that I'm a Survivor, besides being an actual physical place, is also a virtual place, you guys. You know, you already know that there's animals here in Wanda, and Carl, and some of the goats that are also rescues. And so at first we tried to keep the property separated by rescues at one property, non-rescues over here. But as we move along, and now that we're a year into this property, we realize that this might be a better fit for some. And if you're wondering about horse stalls, you're going to say, Lester, you had 4 stalls built for them horses. Well, guess what, y'all? I have 8 stalls over there, and they're never being used. I thought they would be used whenever I started feeding my cows, and we found out real fast that even though the female cows will go inside, Tex does not want to. As a matter of fact, that's the only place Tex ever wants to go to get out of the weather. So as far as future construction, we will be building a couple more of those, and that will have those spaced out along through here. And it's going to be fine. Everyone's going to have a place to go to get out of the wind, the rain, the harsh climate. As far as cows, the only Longhorns that will be here will be Tex and Santana. All right, well, listen, I think that I've rambled on long enough. Maybe I said a lot without really saying anything. I didn't really show you any chores being done. But as you can see, I got my work cut out for me. I'm going to get to my chores early this morning. And so you guys share in the comments some of your thoughts, your concerns, your worries. And I'll be looking forward to seeing what you got to say and how you feel about it. Just know that we're going to always try to do what's in the animal's best interest. And having Charlie and Susan here in this pasture, whenever Tat becomes of that age, is not going to be a good thing, because Tat's going to beat Charlie up, and it's going to happen all the time. And we don't want to see that. But Charlie and Susan alone over at I'm a Survivor can hopefully find more of their personality. They can become who they are without the fear of, you know, of a Tat running around trying to dictate everything, or a pecker like Wanda, always trying to do what she does. So lots on our plate, lots going on. There's also one more bit of very exciting news about I'm a Survivor, but I'm not going to be the one to share it with you. I'm going to have to save that for a later video. And I think that all of this puzzle will come together once you figure out what is about to happen with the other property. It's exciting stuff, y'all. It's exciting stuff. Nothing to worry about. It's all exciting. All right, I got some hungry birds, some angry, hungry birds I have to deal with. And so we will see you guys tomorrow on the next video. Look at what has become her favorite thing to do. If you wonder why her feet are always so muddy, that is exactly why right there. I love her, but sheesh. Sometimes I wonder if that cool water makes her bones feel better. You know, she had that surgery, her operation, when I run over her back when she was a little girl, back in a young, how long ago has that been? That's been a while. And so even though we've had her all fixed up, she's the only one that just goes through the water and kind of sits there. She doesn't really swim. She just kind of like gets down deep enough to where the water covers those back joints and leg, and makes me wonder if that feels like therapeutic to her. Similar to the way a nice hot bath feels to my bones in the afternoons and evenings. But I'll tell you something, of the 3 dogs, and let's not count the puppies, but of the 3 dogs here at Longhorn Lester's, I'm sorry to say this in front of her, but Millie's not a good dog as far as the kind of things that you look for in a dog. Millie's not. Millie has no desire to protect the animals here. She doesn't. Let me, you know what? Instead of talking negative about Millie, let me talk positive about Christmas and Fiona. Fiona will set up all night long. She will stay up all night long, and she finds a vantage point in the yard to where she can sit and keep an eye on all of the animals. She sits right in the corner of the shop where she can see every pasture. And she does things that are like beyond what I would think is a normal dog's intelligence. An example is the day that we had the guys come up and bring the rock. I had gone down and the gate, the main gate, was open. Now, of course, they came up the side gate, but I wanted to be over there. And so I was standing at the main gate and I left it open. And do you know that when I came back that afternoon, once they were all done with their rock, I watched her, I noticed her sitting over here in the corner. She could look down and she saw that the main gate was open, and that bothered her. And she walked down. She walked all the way down to that main gate. And so you're about to see a problem that we have with Millie. Millie sees something. Are those eagles? Are those eagles in the top of that tree? Or buzzards? Can't tell from here. But Millie has seen something on top of that tree. She runs over to chase it, and then of course Fiona goes with her. Now, what I'm about to tell you is going to, is that an eagle? I don't think so. No, it's flying too. The wing patterns the wings move too fast to be an eagle. Eagle will soar. But now look, Millie has run off, and now that she's over there at the fence line, she'll go ahead and go under, and she'll go over to Miss Pat's house. I think you might be able to see the peach-colored house through the trees. So now Millie's going to go over and explore Miss Pat's place, and that means Fiona's right behind her. We don't like that. We don't like that. But Fiona is an amazing dog. Christmas is the one that wants to be at your side at all times. At all times. And Millie just could kind of care less. Millie wants to do her own thing. And you love them. You love them all. But you can easily see that they're not all the same caliber of dog as far as what you would like them to be.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.